hundreds of girls in order to make it to 10 dates, but I lied about 5'9" because I was not getting matches. 3 sixes or 4 sixes, 6 inch, 6 feet, 6.
Who's your love guru?
You know, Prem Bhai. I'm Bhaskar, so Prem Bhai.
Who you are bringing into your partner? Into?
No,
So still welcome back to my podcast, Permanent Roommates. And once again, we have a very special guest singing in USA.
So today's topic is very different and unique because it is quoted that people are spending up to $5 billion on dating apps as per 2023. In 2021 itself, people spent $4 billion. This industry is continuously growing on dating apps, and there was a news that Tinder is starting their new subscription, which is by invite only, but $500 per month to get into it. So why people are spending that much money? I am just shocked.
I mean, I am not a researcher, so I don't know anything for a fact, but it kind of felt to me like even before the pandemic, like it's kind of the only way to meet people nowadays, because at least, especially in the bigger cities in the US, everyone just kind of keeps to themselves, and like people don't really talk to strangers, and everyone's just on their phone all the time. So like, how else are you going to really meet people? I mean, I have heard of people, meeting in bars or like things like that, but I feel like that's pretty rare. Whereas like in the old days, that used to be the only way to do it, really, is to meet in a bar or at work, or, well, maybe that's the other thing too, work, there's generally stricter requirements, right? And like regulations against having fun with someone at work. So
it's very rare. I've seen a relationship converting from bar to a solid relationship. Plus, the relationships are so difficult to build because people are nowhere near to have in-person conversations as it used to be before. So for example, because of COVID, people lost in-person mentorships. So it's very difficult.
Yeah. I think people often, like, especially our generation and like younger, they just don't really know how to socialize with people in person as much anymore, especially if they don't know them. And it's definitely going to get worse when, the kids who were in high school and middle school, during COVID get older. I mean, I think it's just going to get even worse.
Yeah, it's insane. So let's first talk about our journey on dating apps. So to be honest, I have went on many dates, maybe up to 10 dating app dates, which luckily converted to a date, which was very difficult. Talked to hundreds of girls in order to make it to 10 dates. And paying was always questionable for me because I had, my love gurus who taught me that.
Who's your love guru?
Prem Bhai. I'm Bhaskar, so Prem Bhai. So thanks to those love gurus, I knew that I will never pay for dating apps. So I actually never paid for it since the time I met my love guru. And I'm just amazed why people are paying for subscriptions on dating app.
So I actually, I was on Bumble in 2020. That's where we met. And I did pay, I think I paid, it was definitely like less than $10, I think, for like a 1 month thing. Maybe it was even just a trial. I'm not even sure. Where I could, I think, see more matches in a day, because I'm very impatient, and I just, if I didn't see a good one in the day and then I saw, oh, here are these hidden ones, be like, oh, but I want to see who it is, or like what they seem like. But other than that, again, that was temporary, and we met, right after that. So I deleted it.
So you could see who are the people who have liked you rather than randomly swiping and hoping it will match. So it was easier for you. That was the best way, you were able to get a return on that paying subscription.
Are you saying that you just randomly swiped people and hoped they would match?
Yeah, that's what I did all. I mean, I
thought you liked my profile.
So those who are new, so Bumble, Tinder, there is 2 ways to match. One is you just open the app, see the person who is in front of the app, swipe right, swipe left, swipe right, swipe left. Or other ways, go to the list of people who have swiped right on you or liked you, and then in those lists, just swipe right and it's an immediate match.
Yeah.
So I never did that. I never went through that paid subscription. Always Like, like every day I used to get 20, 30 likes. So
Oh,
like just,
that's good.
yeah. And then add the filters and swipe right, immediately.
Wait, isn't that a lot for a boy?
I mean, the probability of getting a match is also low for a boy who is like 21, 22, like me at the time.
Oh, wait, no, but you're saying 30 people liked you in a day?
No, I was liking 30 a day.
I thought you said 30 people liked you in a day.
I never said that.
I was like, dang.
No.
Sorry, I misunderstood. I was like, wow, that's awesome. I thought most boys, maybe they get like that much in like a few months or something, right?
No, it's very rare.
Can I ask how many? Do you want to share or no?
Yeah, I mean, I think for a
Like on
boy who
average.
is 21 or 22, I mean, like usually you get like 10 likes a week.
Oh, that's good. That's not bad.
But for girls, they get hundreds likes a day.
Okay, I don't think I got hundreds of likes in a day, but I mean, probably a good amount.
Yeah.
But that's not bad. I thought it was like maybe one every month or something. I mean, it also probably depends on the person.
So who are the people who pay for the app? For men, especially men talking about, the people who pay in terms of men are the ones who want to like more people in a day. So Bumble, let's say, has 20 people. You can swipe right on only 20 people. On Hinge, there is 10 people. On Tinder, let's say 20, 30 people. So many people get frustrated who are like, maybe depressed at home, want to find a partner. They're like, yeah, I want to find a match ASAP and I want to swipe right on all the girls in my city. So that's the reason they pay. Because in the likes count, they barely see 5, So they just want to finish the swipe right game. That's the reason men pay. Now you answered that women pay because they want to go through the list of men who have liked them and just quickly get a match.
Yeah.
Because you have more people liked, and for us, we just want to like more.
Yeah.
Now,
It's the reverse.
exactly. Now, adding on to that, I personally believe that, if you just use the limit you have, let's say on Hinge is the app that worked out mostly for me. And yeah, so just use like 10 swipe rights a day and 10 to 20 on Bumble. That's like, if you do that every day, that's like 70 to 80 a week. And if you
my
add on
God.
all the 3 apps free, like that's around hundreds a week. You have great potential that way. You don't have to pay. But people still pay because they get frustrated. They want to use the boost button and find as many girls as possible fast. And that's out of frustration they pay.
Yeah. I decided to go on a dating app in 2020 because I had just moved down here and the pandemic was still going on. So there really wasn't a way to meet people. And I think I was on there for like a month or so. And then I actually so I was on Bumble and Hinge. I was not on Tinder. I actually did join Tinder when I was in high school just to make fun of people.
So like you knew that Tinder is just hookup app.
Yeah. So I would just like see what kind of like absurd messages that people would send me and then just like show them to my friends and we would just laugh. Anyway, so yeah, I knew that Tinder was just for hookups. So I was on Bumble and Hinge I was 23 at the time, and on Hinge, I set my age filter or my age range to be like, I think it was like 23 to 30. And then
But I was 22.
yeah, you were only 22. But luckily, I think it automatically sets it like around your age or something. So I don't know. I guess I accidentally set it to only 22 to 30.
For Bumble, accidentally.
Yeah.
For Hinge, I didn't see her because I was out of the age filter, out of Nick filter.
Yeah. And so I'm really glad that I made that mistake because otherwise I wouldn't have come across him.
Yeah.
So that's crazy
So,
to think.
I mean, for 21, 22, I think it's actually difficult to find a match. Many millionaires said that. I was watching Iman Ganzi video. He said that like under 26, it's extremely difficult to find girls because girls are choosing for a mature guy. And so for guys, game begins after 26. For girls, like it's a stereotype. People say it ends around 35, 40.
Yeah.
It's sad though.
It's Yeah, that's probably accurate. So I guess it's good if you're an older woman looking for a young guy and vice versa, though.
Yeah. But talking about these prices, like, do you think that the amount you paid for Bumble, you paid around $10 because it was very affordable. But now the subscription for even 1 week is $20 on Bumble. Like Tinder, it's like $20 for 1 week, and they know how to hit you, and they try to, for this reason, straight away charge for the whole year or lifetime for $270 on Bumble, or they have that option.
Yeah.
Because some guys are like self-conscious. They think that they will never find a match, or they will never be able to find a partner. So they think that, oh, it might be after 2 years, so let's just buy the lifetime subscription. So they just spend hundreds of dollars. I know some friends who have spent up to like thousands of dollars in 2 years on dating apps.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely can't judge them. I mean, I got really lucky because actually Renewer was my first dating app date. So I just happened to get really lucky, but I mean, I don't blame them. I feel like, we're in a society that really pressures people to find someone, and like we discussed earlier, dating apps seem to be kind of the only way to do that. And, a lot of people, especially women, have kind of a time limit, especially if they want to have kids or whatever. So I can't really say I blame people. It is kind of ironic though that like, wait, this is just Bumble and Tinder, right? That offer the lifetime, because like that kind of goes against the whole, like Hinge's whole motto is like, oh, it's designed to be deleted, So
Yeah.
if they're offering a lifetime subscription, that seems like a bad sign to me.
Yeah, I mean, but Hinge model is really good. So Hinge, this is how it works. I loved Hinge the most because like it's about commenting on someone's profile. So you're not judging just by their faces. You're judging by their conversation skills immediately. So let's say I get a match, I get a message with its feed. Oh, where was this photo taken? This seems cool. Like, immediately they start with a conversation and it connects immediately. So on Hinge, there was a limit of 10 likes a day. I can like 10 girls and, maybe potentially match. And I used to do that and never paid for it. If you want to like more than 10 girls a day, then it's paid. So that's how I never paid for it and just swiped free, whatever free was available, and it worked out.
And how many dates did you go on?
I went on around 10 dates and around 9 to 10 dates. I don't remember the exact.
I was number 9.
9, yeah, number 9. So 8 before you. So I think, many dates were okay, many dates were bad. But I made sure at the time that there's a video call, because many times like you spend on a girl like $40 and then you realize your personality don't match. So I learned after 5 dates that, oh, I need to do video calls.
Yeah.
So you go and then, I did one more trick I forgot. So number one scam that is happening is girl texts you, hey, buy a coffee for me, and the guy buys 2 coffee and waits for a girl. But then after buying the coffee, girl goes to you, and this brings business to the coffee shop holder.
Oh,
Really?
really?
Yeah, and that might not be a girl even. Number 2 scam, it happens. Like I remember in Mexico, Colombia, it's happening. You get matched with a girl, and then it takes you to literally some erotic massage place or something. Yeah.
That happened to you, right?
Yeah. So, and even with a real girl, maybe they will take you to a restaurant where they can add something in your drink in Colombia, and they can take out your kidney. Many of these things can happen. So to stay safe from these, when I was going on a date with you and many girls after the 5th date, you know what I did? So my strategy was, I am not going to decide the restaurant. We are just going on a coffee date, and maybe not even coffee. I said, let's go on a walk. My exact words was, we will play by ear where we want to eat or drink. Let's just do a walk. The area around Atlantic Station is very nice, where Microsoft office is right now. So yeah, around it, very nice. So now we will just walk around and see. Now, with many girls, it wasn't going well. So I just said, oh, I got to talk. I have to go. Sorry, goodbye.
Wait, really?
Yeah, we had to.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Did they get mad? Or do you think they also kind of felt the same
they felt
way?
the same. Yeah, we felt like, oh, it's not worth even getting a coffee together. Let's save those $10 as well.
Oh. Okay, good.
Because I'll be paying. So like that's how and also it brings a surprise element, right? I'm not telling you that if I'll take you out for dinner or I will take you out for coffee. I'm just telling you that, oh, we will play by ear. It will be a surprise. Let's see how it goes. And let's do a walk. And then randomly we decide a Thai restaurant when we went on a date because it was going well. And it went well from there. And that's how we are now.
Yeah. Oh, I also did video calls. So I actually only did 2 video calls. One was with you one day, and the day before I had been with another guy. And I actually, still, I had this expectation that the guy would pay for the first date. So
fair.
for me, it wasn't really money at risk, but I didn't want to catch COVID from like a really bad first date. So that's why I did the video call first. And I could just tell that you had so much energy and passion, and you just seemed really sweet. You were all excited about your car, your Corolla. You just got
First time.
in. Yeah. So I could just tell you seemed really sweet. So I was like, oh, I want to give him a chance. And I remember, like, I think I texted my friends, like, oh, I'm really excited about this guy. Yeah.
So for me personally, it was like, I'll obviously pay for the first date, but I expect that the other person at least offers. That's enough for me. But like only 2 people in my 9 dates offered. And yeah, it's rare. Then I thought maybe they will offer the second date to split. But I mean, yeah, if it goes the second date. But yeah, so I mean, luckily for 2 girls that I went on a date with, at least offered to split on first date, which shows that, they believe that both are equal from day one.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted as well.
Dude, the New York Times just had a long article about this, and even Gen Z, even though they're like considered the most progressive in terms of like gender equality and gender roles, there's still this expectation that a guy will pay on the first date, at least, and then like it usually gets more even, and that's what happened with us.
Yeah.
But also they did bring up that a lot of girls will still offer, as a nice gesture. So that's what I did. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And I really appreciate that. That's why, it went on a great second date as well. And we literally divided that.
Yeah.
So split and yeah.
Oh, but remember you were so excited that you left your credit card at the restaurant?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, so this is what happened at the time, second date, like we both put in our credit card, we were splitting it. And then, I forgot that I also was chipping in and I also was paying. And so she took her credit card because I thought, she must have only paid. But then I realized, oh no, we are splitting it. So next day, I called, if the restaurant was far, I called them, please cancel my credit card, and then got a new one. It's okay, not a big problem.
Wait, why didn't you just ask me to pick it up? Did that seem like too much?
I mean, at the time, I thought like, I don't know you well. Maybe you will do a fraud transaction on my credit card.
Oh, really?
Who knows? So I thought maybe the restaurant has done. I mean, restaurant has done fraud transactions by that. Maybe. I mean, anything can happen.
Oh my God.
I mean, how can I trust you after 2 dates?
Yeah, I mean, that's okay. Yeah. But I'm shocked. Okay. I
Yeah.
thought maybe you just didn't want to inconvenience me.
Maybe.
You should have just said that.
Yeah, that is true. Maybe just an inconvenience.
I feel like women don't usually need to pay unless they're impatient like me and just wanted more matches and wanted to see more people who I matched with them. So how can men avoid paying? Do you have any strategies or advice?
That's a very good question. So since I am someone who has never paid for dating app after turning 21, 22. So before 21, obviously I had paid maybe. But once I found my Prem Bhai, I stopped paying. So my strategy would be focus on more on your personality and focus on your communication skills, focus on who you are bringing into the world, into your partner, as compared to...
Who you are bringing into your partner? Into?
No, in the world, to your partner. I didn't get it.
You said who you're bringing into your partner.
So what are you bringing to your partner? Okay.
Yeah.
So focus on what are you bringing to the partner and just be yourself, because I believe you need to find a person who likes you for who you are as compared to what you can become.
I mean, you can't pretend to be someone you're not for that long.
Exactly.
Unless you're like a method actor or something.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. All the relationships feels like fairy tales. Look at all the celebrities on Bollywood, Hollywood, but you don't see what they don't want you to see. For example, with the relationship of Bill Gates and,
Linda Gates.
Linda Gates. So we always thought he's a billionaire, richest man in the world at the time. His relationship must be so perfect and must be a fairy tale, must be a paradise, until we got to know about the divorce. So people change, So that's why I think you have to be always who you are. If you fake it till you make it, maybe relationship also, is fake then.
Yeah.
What advice you have?
My advice is I think the filters can be good, especially like the political ones. But I think also just try to be more open-minded. My big advice with girls is, like, I hope we won't get offended, but like my biggest advice honestly with girls is to be more open-minded about like age and also height.
Yeah.
Because like I think it's really awful that some girls are like, oh, 6 feet or above or only. And then like, I mean, I feel like it's kind of similar to when a guy is like, oh, like, discriminates based on weight. Like, I feel like it's, like people just need to stop being so shallow about that.
I agree. I mean, I remember when I was on dating app, there are so many girls on Tinder, at least, like 3 6s or 4 6s, 6 inch, 6 feet, 6K salary.
Wait.
6K and 6 abs, 6-pack abs.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Were these girls like 18?
Like, yeah, 18 to 22, or at the time 18, 19, 20. So yeah, they had these rules, and I was like, okay, like, and that's also like part of body shaming then, right?
Yeah.
And there are many guys who like judge by the sizes, and like, yeah, it's bad both ways.
Yeah. So yeah, I think they should try to really be okay with that.
Exactly.
I mean, I even felt like growing up, I was kind of taught like, oh, like the man has to be taller or like whatever, and like it really doesn't matter.
Exactly. You're like 1 inch taller than me. I'll be honest, like I think I'll accept that I kind of lied on my dating app that I was 5'9", but I'm 5'8". But yeah, but like
you said you counted your hair.
Yeah. I mean, even with my hair, I'm maybe like 5'8", and you are without, like with your till here 5'8". But I lied about 5'9", because I was not getting matches. I accepted. But then, you think if I was 5'8", you would have swiped right?
No, I do think so. But like, honestly, if you said like, I don't know, maybe if you said like 5'5" or like 5'6", maybe not. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, one inch everyone lies about, so I thought, okay, it's okay. But I accept it. And at the same time, I think, so people have to be real. I see that many people are using AI to, just post AI-generated photos.
Really?
And with AI, you can just put a skydiving profile photo on your dating app.
Jeez, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
That's like a whole dimension that we didn't have to deal with.
No. I mean, I'm good at Photoshop. I mean, I can easily generate those photos too. So, I mean, but the point is that now it's far more easier for anyone to just, make a AI-generated skydiving photo. Show yourself adventurous. Show yourself at clubs. Show yourself at bars. So I think they should be, I mean, maybe one photo is okay if you don't have good photos, but some photos should be real, who you are actually, than who you are trying to fake it to be.
I also think that everyone, but it seems like especially men, should ask someone else to look at their profile and like see how it's coming across, and like, are these the best pictures of me? What kind of message am I conveying? I think for me, the biggest turnoff when I was swiping was when a guy would have like a picture of just him and one other girl. Like, even if it was his, like maybe it's his sister, maybe it's his friend, but it still just like felt kind of weird to me. Because I'm like, what? Or a guy with a bunch of girls, like one guy and a whole like group of girls around him, I'd be like,
no. So so to show that I actually have friends, what I did was like, I put, let's say, a group photo and put a smiley face on them. So to show that, oh, I'm just trying to hide their identity.
No, that's fine. But like, also it shouldn't be only group photos. This is really bad, but I'm sure you've had the same. I've had moments where I looked at a guy's profile and like pretty much all of his pictures were group pictures. And he had one friend that like stood out to me in those pictures, but it wasn't him. And I was like, oh, I wish I was trying to match with the friend instead.
Yeah, so I mean, you shouldn't do that. Like, you just hide all the rest of the group people. Just put a smiley face. Show that you have friends in a group photo, but hide their faces.
Yeah.
That's the best way, because, you know, even the person who is looking at your profile can be confused. Where is the guy or where is the girl?
Yeah.
Yeah. So can you tell me, like, in which ways people have deceived you on dating app? You thought like it's maybe, has it ever happened that?
I guess I would say, you know, I only went on one actual dating app date, so I can't say I've like officially been catfished. It was kind of weird though. On Bumble, I'm pretty sure you could specify what kind of relationship you were looking for. It was like casual versus like long-term relationship versus like I'm not sure. You know, those were kind of the options. And the other guy I talked to, I video called with, you know, I'm pretty sure I set a filter, like I was only interested in people looking for a relationship. And so when I was talking to him, he was like, yeah, like, you know, I'm not really looking for anything too serious. Like,
It's literally mentioned.
yeah, and I was just like, then, I mean, I didn't actually say it because I didn't want to be too confrontational, but I was kind of like, why did you put that?
Exactly, on your profile that you
Yeah.
want a relationship. It's just
Yeah.
weird. Just be particular of your words. And I think, like, you know, people do fake it for matches and then show their other side when they're talking to you. So it's important to do video call. And can you tell me, what do you think about the idea of, like, you know, this Shadi.com in India, and people use it for adding filters, person from IIT and IT.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there are filters for IIM, IIT. So it's like Ivy League colleges. I mean, I have talked to a girl for almost 3 months who was from Harvard, but there was no question that, oh, you're from Harvard? Wow, I never did that. I mean, she never did that. Oh, you're just from Georgia State? It was never that.
Wait, did either of you post publicly which school you went to?
Yeah, on dating app, Tinder, you have to do.
Okay. So I mean, that's kind of interesting. I feel like that's kind of bad because, like, I feel like that just where somebody goes to college doesn't define who they are. I mean, there's so many brilliant, smart, amazing people who didn't go to any of the Ivy Leagues or IITs, you know. One of those people is looking at me right now.
But yeah, that's a status symbol in India, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely, like, you know what's interesting? When you said that, that reminded me of, I'm pretty sure in America, if you went to a top, actually, no, I saw an ad for this. I saw an ad wanting women who went to top universities to donate their eggs to, like, fertility clinics because, like, people, I guess, thought, okay, like, their child will be really smart. And I'm like, what the? Like, so I've seen that, and I'm sure there are, like, kind of more exclusive circles and things like that where people only want people from exclusive schools. But yeah, I mean, to have that as a filter on a dating app just seems very intense.
Exactly. But yeah, so I think it's good time to conclude, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we would like to conclude by once again saying, do not overspend on dating apps. I don't think it's, you know, worth paying. With just free, you can get enough value. It's like stock market. Time in dating app and time on, you know, spending time with your dates is more important than timing. You cannot do timing by, you know, let's say swiping thousands of girls in a day and thinking, yeah, I will finish the whole city in a day. No. I will swipe right on whole city. You cannot do that. So that's why I think you should just spend more time. Just use your limits every day. 10 on Hinge, 20 on Bumble, 10 on Tinder, or maybe Coffee Meets Bagel. Just try all of those and just have consistency. That's it.
I think it's good to, like, you don't want it to get addictive. I mean, that's a big criticism, is that it kind of gamifies the whole thing. And I feel like it's kind of like gambling. It's kind of like you're at the slot machine, and like every day, you refresh and like, oh, who's gonna be there? Who's gonna be there? And oh, do I use one of my hearts now? Does that mean I won't have enough hearts later? And like, I feel like it can be very addictive, as kind of a game.
Yeah.
So like, definitely don't pay, and like, don't lose money like a gambler.
Exactly. And do not use pickup lines. You need to value their personality, not just, just impress them for 5 seconds.
And Bumble is the best for men because women have to make the first move.
Exactly. I think you should comment on their personality, what they like, hobbies. Maybe they like some shows, maybe like some sports. So talk about that. Talk about their photos, where they were taken. Talk about that location. Talk about travel. Do not comment with just a pickup line to impress them for 5 seconds. Like, oh, you blew my heart away. Like, I don't think it works.
I also just want to add, I feel like I've said this on a video before or talking with you before for YouTube, but please, for the love of God, like, actually ask them questions about themselves. And don't just talk about yourself. I mean, we've both talked about how that's basically the main reason that we both connect with one another, is that we actually show genuine interest in the other person. Like, I don't know why so many people just don't have this ability to ask other people about themselves. I don't.
Totally agree. I think you should first talk about others and never show off. Like, I remember I didn't even tell her about my YouTube channel, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, like, you should not talk about just yourself. Like, keep some surprises. People think, yeah, you will impress with 1 million. By the way, I have $1 million in my bank account. The girl will impress. Or you will say that I have 1 million subscribers. Girl will be impressed. No, I don't think it works like that. Keep some surprises and show what you have to offer.
And show that you're humble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Noor.
Awesome.
Thanks
Thank you.
for listening.
Yeah.